We live in an exciting time. Technological progress gives people seemingly unlimited possibilities. We work and communicate globally. Information and knowledge have never been so accessible throughout the course of history, and numerous technological innovations have the potential to make all our lives a lot easier. Much of this we owe to electrical and electronic equipment, and in particular, computing equipment. Nowadays, living without computers, cell phones, TV and other multimedia equipment to assist us in our everyday lives seems unimaginable. For effective, efficient business, computing equipment has become indispensable. Over the last few decades, production and sale of the appliances we use every day has grown rapidly, and today electronics are produced, transported, sold and used worldwide. With increasing production and use of these electronics, growing numbers of appliances are discarded and end up in the waste bin, although some can be reused as a second-hand good. When managed properly, these wastes carry with them a significant potential for material recycling for making new products. Through recycling, the materials in the waste electronics are not lost for future generations, but are re-entering the life cycle of a new product. In a number of areas around the world, logistics have been adapted to this growing waste stream, and discarded equipment is being collected and transported for reuse, repair or recycling. Transport often happens on a global scale, in an economy globalizing more and more every day. Unfortunately, still large amounts of this so-called e-waste find their way towards vulnerable regions of the world, where proper infrastructure is lacking to manage these wastes in an environmentally sound and healthy manner. People struggle every day to secure their livelihood and accept every chance they get to make a better future for themselves and their children, but often this means working in harsh circumstances and taking greater risks. At the same time, the local and by extension the global environment can be severely damaged. Vast dumping sites act as sorting areas where people, often children, try and collect what may still be valuable to sell. Unsound treatment methods such as open pit burning and smelting electronic parts in backyard workshops result in unsound living conditions and pollution to air, water and soil. And to make it all even more dramatic, recycling rates aren't in general all that good. A lot of the materials that could be recycled disappear in vapor or in final dumping sites. And yet things could be different. The electronics material chain holds sustainable opportunities. Environmentally sound management of waste has proven to go hand in hand with economic and social benefits. Examples of good waste management practices exist worldwide. Collecting, refurbishing and repairing, and recycling in an environmentally sound manner is nowadays possible on an industrial scale, making sure that materials are recycled properly and final waste disposal of all excess waste is minimized, and that this happens without damage to humans or the environment. Such methods can have beneficial results, providing people with a sustainable living and the recovery of materials needed for the goods that we all use. We can all agree that efforts should be made to encourage the spread of these good practices globally, while preventing unsound management practices and conditions that can damage human health. And efforts are made. Please meet PACE, the Partnership for Action on Computing Equipment. Over the past few years, PACE brought together a dedicated group of people representing parties to the convention, NGOs, producers of electronics, waste managers, researchers and other stakeholders involved. All aspects of the waste management of used and end-of-life computing equipment were worked on with the purpose of finding incentives and methods to divert end-of-life personal computers from land disposal and burning into environmentally sound commercial material recovery or recycling operations. Guidance was developed on how to manage transboundary movements of used and end-of-life computing equipment in order to have good control of what exits one country and enters another one without putting insurmountable burden on the receiving country. Guidance on how to make best use of Basel Convention procedures in case of waste electronics or supplementing voluntary procedures in case of used electronics must allow actors involved to better take responsibility while moving used and end-of-life electronics across borders. Guidance was also developed on the environmentally sound testing, refurbishment and repair of computing equipment. It provides guidance applicable to refurbishment and repair facilities to put in place measures to ensure environmentally sound management. It includes a flowchart of the refurbishment process with guidance on the sorting of refurbishable and non-refurbishable equipment. It includes guidance on data security and destruction and on disassembly. One of the most important elements is guidance on the testing of used equipment prior to reuse to ensure functionality, including batteries. Furthermore, guidance was developed on the environmentally sound material recovery and recycling of end-of-life computing equipment. It describes the chain of steps that should be taken in order to ensure environmentally sound management in material recovery facilities that recycle electronics, and to encourage operators at each step to know about, work with and take their responsibility for human health, safety and the environment, so that the entire value chain works in both an economically and environmentally sustainable manner. Finally, PACE is making efforts to raise awareness on the issue by piloting projects in selected countries and supporting the organisation of training workshops to bring guidance into practice, to improve things in the field where people work every day to produce appliances, collect discarded goods, manage waste and reuse resources. All stakeholders, including original equipment manufacturers, consumers and recyclers, have a role in promoting environmentally sound management of used and end-of-life computing equipment. The technology and skills are available to promote environmentally sound management, including proper repair and refurbishment that can extend use, provide employment and make valuable equipment available to individuals, businesses or schools. Furthermore, those products which cannot be reused can be directed to environmentally sound material recovery and recycling, which can reclaim base and precious metals and conserve resources and energy. The world should not lose the e-waste issue out of sight. The use of electronics is growing every day and so does the waste stream related to it. But there are examples of good practices and technologies available all over this world. Green jobs and resource efficiency opportunities are out there. We should keep working, dare to face the challenges and share the solutions. Don't slow down, but keep up the pace, yes, even accelerate it.